Hi, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today is a very special episode as the camera angle has changed. And today's episode features my very special guest, my girlfriend. Now, would you please introduce yourself, my very special guest?
Hi, I'm his girlfriend.
This is my girlfriend. So, today's episode, I will make it extra long as you guys will probably. What am I trying to say? You guys will probably get two parts, two episodes based off this one recording that I am doing, because I wanted to make it an extra long recording and an extra long episode, because it's a special episode per se. So, and I feel like 5 minutes is not enough for this topic I'm about to talk about. So, the topic of this video, or the title of this video, I shall title it Sleep on It. And the topic of this video will be about relationships and how you shouldn't give up so fast. Right? So, let us get a little personal.
Okay.
Shall we? I want her to decide to describe her point of view of the lowest moment in our relationship. We talked about this last night, and I thought it would have been an interesting episode. You take the stage.
I think we both felt it at the same time. You think so?
Mm-hmm.
It was, I guess my point of view. Should I tell him timeline? I think it was October of 2024. Was it October, November-ish? And gosh, we were both pretty busy at that time. But yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were both really busy. And I remember I was going through something. And it was very much just like, gosh, how do I explain it? I just felt like even though we were both really busy, I still managed to find time to make time for you. And it kind of, at the time, it kind of felt like what I was doing was basically useless, because though I was trying to make time for you, you yourself didn't have a lot of time. During that time, I had thoughts of, is this relationship what I want for my future? Because we were in such a low place for quite a bit of time. I was worried that that would be the whole of our relationship, and that wasn't something I wanted for my future. And so I really had to question if our relationship was good for me long term. And I think at the end of the day, you just miss someone. I think at the end of the day, I just missed him. Everything was fine when we called. Everything was fine when we talked. And when you were gone, that's when the thoughts would creep in. That's when I had
Doubts?
Mm-hmm.
Doubts about our relationship.
And then we called, and then it would be fine. I ended up talking to a friend about it, and he basically said, where I told him I was seriously thinking about walking away at one point, and he basically said, like, dog, you gotta exhaust all the other options first before you decide to walk away. The least you can do is talk to him about it. That's something you should do. So that's what we did. We sat you down, and I told you that I didn't feel like, do you remember? I said I didn't feel like I was a priority to you anymore. I felt like I was being put on the back burner for too long. And I didn't feel like a priority anymore. And I think that's just one important part of what happened. One thing that happened as well, the way you handled it, is you could have gone out of your way to make excuses. You could have said blah blah blah, you know, I'm busy, blah blah blah, X, Y, and Z, right? Don't fault me for that. That's not my fault. But you didn't say that.
What did I do?
You took an understanding approach to it. You said, I'm happy you told me. I don't ever want you to feel like you have to hide your feelings with me. Thank you for telling me. I'm sorry I made you feel that way. I would do better.
Did I do better? So, at the end of the day, I feel like communication is quite important. And for those who feel like they're at ends at their relationship, what I would recommend is to sleep on it. But for real, for really. FR, sleep on it. Right. What I told her yesterday was a story of a friend and a couple that I am mutuals with. And I have been their long-term friend, and they were having relationship problems, and they came to me. When you have been stressed for an extended period of time, you have high cortisol levels, the stress hormone. And with high cortisol levels comes low serotonin, the happy hormone. So you are very high in stress and low in happiness. And not one singular person can change that. Even when you know you love them and you're interacting with them, they may not make you happy. And you may think that this is not for me. But please, I encourage you to sleep on it. After you wake up, your cortisol levels will have returned to normal, and your serotonin levels will have returned to normal, and you will be able to think with a clear mind. Sorry, she's making me so nervous. Right. So, please, I urge you to have second thoughts about your relationship. Whether it be, should I stay or should I go? Either way, please make it with a clear mind and make sure you don't regret anything. With her, I didn't realize that. Of course, I did realize that she became not a priority, but I didn't realize how to fix it because I was very busy at the time and my well-being was at risk, basically. And I struggled to explain that to her. But she was understanding, she was patient, and she took her time to hear me out. And she took the gamble to stay with me. And now look at us. Look at us. Very happy. Are we happy? I think we're pretty happy. So yes, please, I urge you to sleep on it, take your time, exhaust your options, and consider the well-being of yourself and your significant other. Anything else to add, dear?
Not really.
that'll be all for today. Thank you guys for listening and have a good night.
Bye.